this jab right there that really knocked Jake back. I think that's his most effective punch of the round. But then we see, the right hand grazes Mike Tyson by Jake Paul. That would have been a good shot had it been on the chin.
What we saw on November 15th was pure nonsense. But Mike Tyson has finally revealed the strange secrets behind the Jake Paul fight. Let's be clear, this isn't just a staged act or a publicity stunt. There's more to it.
Jake Paul landed a beautiful jab with right hand first, right there, and knocked Mike off balance 2 times. And Mike was highly off balance right there. I don't like how his legs look. Yeah, something wrong with the mouth gear.
That affects his action.
We're talking about Mike Tyson, the man who once supposedly knocked out a bear, now spilling bizarre behind-the-scenes details. If you've seen Tyson's punches shatter walls in the ring, you'll be stunned to learn that during the Jake Paul fight, his legendary power was nowhere to be found. Ever wondered how a YouTuber with minimal experience could go toe-to-toe with one of boxing's most feared legends? You're not alone. Mike Tyson has just pulled back the curtain, and the truth is crazier than any meme Jake Paul could dream up. Before you dismiss the fight as a simple money grab, brace yourself for some jaw-dropping revelations.
They're definitely uninformed. Yeah, because here's the thing. He is 57 years old. He will be 58 when they fight. He has had a long fighting career. He has been knocked out by massive men like Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield. You know, he's had a lot of blows.
Tyson was right, and I was wrong. You know, you guys know the whole story about Shark Week, and you know, if you don't. I begged him not to do the Roy Jones fight. You're too old. I love you. I don't want to see you take any more punishment. So I set him up on Shark Week. He got paid good money. And he's like, you fucking... So he almost flipped out the last day and was ready to kill everybody on the boat because he had to jump in with all these sharks again in the middle of Florida. And he's like, this fucking asshole says that, you know, he cares about me and everything else. I've been fighting since I was 12. And he throws me in the ocean with a bunch of sharks. He was right about that too. But he basically said, I told him, Mike, you're basically 60 years old. And he's like, you honestly think this kid's gonna do anything?
For anyone who believed Jake Paul was climbing the boxing ranks through hard training, tough fights, and earned respect, Tyson's expose is a harsh reality check. With Jake Paul, boxing isn't about the sport anymore. It's about image, marketing, and big paychecks, all packaged as a carefully crafted spectacle.
Was scripted. Everyone is talking about this on X, and the script was actually leaked on X a few days ago. Now this script has went viral. Let's see how accurate it was. The opening bell rings, Tyson is showing flashes of his old form, which actually happened. As soon as the bell went, Mike Tyson came out with that head movement pushing forward. Immediately he stalks forward with his signature bob and weave style. Now let me just stop right there. Even before I seen this script, that's exactly what was going to happen. Like, what else would happen with Mike Tyson?
Jake Paul doesn't just train for fights. His team scripts the entire show months in advance. The over-the-top feud at the press conference, scripted. The heated social media arguments, planned down to the last tweet. Tyson revealed that every moment leading up to a Jake Paul fight is staged for maximum hype. It's not about rivalries or pride. It's about building Jake's persona. Win or lose, the goal remains the same. Keep Jake Paul at the center of every conversation.
Many are upset over the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight, with some people claiming that it was rigged because many people bet a lot of money and they lost a lot of money. Allegedly, there's this script that got leaked showing how the fight was supposed to go down between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. This was actually covered by World Star Hip Hop. So let's read this alleged script and see how the fight was supposed to go down. So round one was supposed to go like this. The opening bell rings and Tyson, showing flashes of his old form, immediately stalks forward with his signature bob and weave.
Jake Paul's fights aren't just prepared. They're choreographed months in advance. The dramatic press conference feud, scripted. The fiery social media clashes, planned down to the last tweet. Tyson revealed that every moment leading up to a Jake Paul fight is staged for maximum attention. It's not about rivalries or pride. It's about crafting Jake's persona. Win or lose, the objective is clear. Keep Jake Paul in the spotlight and the talk of every conversation.
Paul landed a beautiful jab with right hand first, right there, and knocked Mike off balance 2 times. And Mike was highly off balance right there. I don't like how his legs look. Yeah, something wrong with the mouth gear.
That affects his oxygen intake.
In the third round of Jake Paul's fights, there's always a sudden transformation. He shifts from hesitant swings to landing punches with theatrical precision. Is it raw skill or just part of a prearranged spectacle? And did you notice Tyson's legendary power was missing? That's no coincidence. This sudden turnaround feels more like clever choreography than adrenaline, staged to make Jake appear like he's rising to the challenge. One thing is certain, Jake knows how to create moments that keep fans talking and buying tickets for the next match. What's even more absurd is that Jake Paul's so-called boxing career has little to do with real skill. Tyson was brutally honest. Jake isn't aiming to be a legendary fighter. He's a marketing genius, selling the illusion of being a real boxer. His fights are crafted to feel like major events, but look at his opponents, retired athletes, aging fighters, and big names with little threat in the ring. Tyson didn't hold back. Jake Paul's rise is built on spectacle, not substance. The fight, completely scripted.
Cautiously, Tyson lands a few jabs, but Paul's youth shows in his superior ability. Paul connects with a quick 1-2 combination before retreating. Tyson's timing appears slightly off, his punches a fraction slower than his prime. Round 2. Tyson comes alive, cutting off the ring more effectively. He lands a thunderous left hook to Paul's body that draws a collective gasp from the crowd. Paul weathers the storm, using his reach advantage to pepper Tyson with
It wasn't a good one.
It wasn't a good one. Yeah. Overall, how'd you just see how Jake fought, how Mike fought?
Well, you know, you can tell something was wrong with the Tyson leg.
Yeah, the knee.
So he couldn't, his balance was off.
Oh, that's crazy. You noticed that. I just talked to his trainer and he told me that exact thing.
Yeah.
His balance was off.
His balance was off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, overall, like, how do you see Jake growing from this, and who do you want to see him fight against now?
Well, you know, I'm like...
Tyson also revealed how Jake Paul's team manipulates fight conditions to give him every possible advantage. One of their favorite tricks, weight clauses. Jake's team negotiates strict conditions that work entirely in his favor. Need to cut weight fast to outpace an opponent? No problem. Want to bulk up last minute to overpower them? Done. These behind-the-scenes moves literally tip the scales in Jake's favor. To the casual fan, it looks like a fair fight, but in reality, Jake's team ensures he steps into the ring with every edge possible.
I'm not even gonna sit around and wait for the result of that Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight. That was the most pointless, stupid fight in the history of boxing. That was absolutely pathetic. Netflix couldn't even get your streaming situation figured out. What was that? Everybody's stream was lagging. You couldn't even figure that situation out. And then your first big launch of this like new sports streaming thing that you want to do is this Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight where Mike Tyson is clearly, I love Mike, love him. My dad is a massive, massive Mike Tyson fan. He was texting me saying how depressing it was for him to watch this. Jake Paul was selling it, I'm gonna kill Mike Tyson, I'm gonna fuck him up. And what happened? He showed mercy to Mike Tyson in the ring because Mike Tyson just didn't have it anymore. He had no legs under him. If you don't want to hurt the guy, why are you fighting him? Just to con us? To con people into buying more Netflix subscriptions?
But yo, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. What do we got? Mike Tyson is 58 years old. Jake Paul is 27. 31-year difference. Most of us wanted to see Mike Tyson win. The nostalgia. We rock with Mike. A lot of us support Mike. Jake Paul, you know, the famous YouTuber that stepped into boxing. And I mean, we're not going to go that far. We're not going to kill him. So this was never really touted to be no real shit. A 31-year-old difference. But the fact that we support first 30, 45 seconds, that's it. It was a wrap. After that, you know, he really had Jake Paul on his bike for a second. Let's be real. Jake Paul was on his bike for about the first minute of the first round. But after that, where was Mike? Nowhere to really be found. We just watched him bite his fucking glove the whole time. Roy Jones in there commentating, talking about his mouthpiece. No, that's just Mike being Mike, biting his